Look at the skyline of London today. It is a vertical forest of glass and steel, a 21st century economic hub running at full speed. Down on the street level, millions of people flow through this ecosystem every single day. They are absorbed in the modern routine of catching a bus or waiting for a light to change, entirely focused on the present. But in the 1990s, a standard commercial construction project hit a literal wall. Digging past the topsoil, workers struck something massive that immediately halted all the excavators. They hadn't hit bedrock. They had struck the stone foundations of a Roman amphitheater, sitting completely undisturbed for 2,000 years. The exact spot where modern employees now walk to their offices was once the literal ground where thousands of people gathered to watch gladiator death matches. It raises a fundamental question. How did an entire, highly advanced ancient metropolis, a city named Londinium, end up completely submerged beneath the modern capital of England? In 43 AD, the Roman Empire recognized the strategic value of the River Thames and began building a major trade hub right on its banks. The Romans implemented a level of urban planning that was sophisticated for its time, laying out a tight grid of paved roads, expansive public markets, and massive stone temples. They even installed complex plumbing and public bathhouses, moving thousands of gallons of water through a city positioned at the edge of the known world. To a resident in the first century, a city with paved roads and running water felt engineered to last. To them, Londinium likely felt as permanent and unshakable as the modern London skyline feels to us today. But by the 5th century, the Roman military withdrew from Britain, leaving Londinium completely abandoned. This triggered a physical process known as stratigraphy, the steady layering of natural and geological deposits. When a stone city is left empty, the natural forces of the earth begin to swallow it. Without human maintenance, timber roofs rot and cave in, river sediment washes over the paved streets, and biological matter builds up. Tree roots lock it all in place until a thick layer of topsoil entombs the ruins. Centuries later, when new settlers eventually arrived at the Thames, they didn't see an ancient capital, they saw an empty riverbank, so they started building. Today, the concrete pillars holding up modern London are driven directly into the crushed, forgotten infrastructure of the civilization that came before it. That 1990s amphitheater discovery is actually a common reality of modern urban development. Whenever a project digs deep enough to lay a new subway line or sink the footings for a skyscraper, excavators eventually scrape against Roman stone. Archaeologists suspect that we only touched a fraction of what remains. Beneath the pavement, an interconnected network of subterranean chambers and foundations stays hidden from the surface. London operates as a dual-layered reality, a bustling modern surface world built directly onto the ceiling of a frozen ghost city. Seeing these two eras together, an ancient stone arch sitting in the shadow of a glass office building, highlights how cities move in layers. Urban landscapes are constantly being overwritten. Power shifts, infrastructure decays, and eventually the earth covers what we leave behind. The modern concrete and steel we rely on today is destined to become the archaeological dirt layer of tomorrow. While the earth may swallow the past, the persistent unearthing of Londinium proves that the truth of our history can never stay buried forever.